Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about the two distinct differences between solving complaints, disputes, and arguments from the 70s and 80s to today's world. One of the major differences between people of my generation, I'm Gen X, and people of today is that we didn't really waste time on petty arguments. Yeah, what you call today bullying, back then everybody was picked on, okay? So that was just normal, but it was in mostly good fun. There were mean-spirited people, don't get me wrong, but most of us all got along because we had to survive. We played together every single day. We were thrown out the house and left to fend for ourselves. So in order to survive that, we had to get along. We had no choice. There is no such thing anymore as two sides of a story. It's always now one-sided. And let me explain. Back in my day, if you had a disagreement with somebody or somebody said something to you that set you off, and we were probably easily triggered, we wouldn't hold a grudge and stew on that. It would be taken care of immediately in the back of the school, at a park. Meet me at 3 o'clock. That was our motto back then. We would take care of business. We got it done. We stood up, shook hands. It didn't matter who had the black eye, who had the broken nose. We were friends again. And by 4 o'clock, we were all swimming in the same pool or playing on the same basketball court or playing on the same street with a football. And that's just how it was. And that's why it worked. Because we didn't carry any argument forward. It didn't last for days and days and days. It was one and done and over. And we got on with our life. Today, you can't even walk out of your house without somebody saying something and then it carrying forward into a social media post where it's dragged about not for days, not for weeks, but it stays on there forever. So you put something out there on social media, 10 years from now, somebody's going to hear about the hairstyle that they wore that day that everybody was laughing at. Back then, that just wasn't a thing. Back then, there was no justifying needed. We didn't have to justify why this happened or that happened or this happened because everybody was in the same boat. Today, what you call defending is actually flaming. Let me explain that. Suppose somebody online says something and you agree, but say somebody else doesn't agree. There's always two sides of the story, but not in this world. In this world, if the majority agree with a person, it becomes a flaming war. Therefore, that little pack that agrees with that person is now on a rampage. They're probably in the wrong. It doesn't matter. Now, there are circumstances where that little pack could be in the right. If the person is being raked over the coals for no reason, and there's a pack of good doers, and they are defending that person and saying, hey, back off, this person's doing good, that's a good thing. But more than often, what I see out there online is somebody says something that's absolutely true, that hasn't harmed a soul. They're just going about their day, taking care of their own business. And somebody takes offense. It doesn't matter what it is. They could say, I bought a new orange sweater. Somebody over here takes offense to that. They don't like the color orange. You bought an orange sweater? What? And they run with that. They not only leave comments for the person that they think that's horrible and terrible, but they take that and share it on social media 800 times. So now all these other people that don't like the color orange because they're all in that same group, because that's all their Facebook and social media friends, now they're all saying, what? Who wears orange? That's ridiculous. This person over here doesn't even realize they offended somebody by wearing orange until somebody says, hey, did you see that post about you? It's got 1 million views. All these people over here saying you shouldn't wear orange. And now that person's like, what? What did I do? Okay, this didn't happen in the 70s and 80s. First of all, we didn't have internet, so that was probably a good thing. However, we didn't have time for it. That's pettiness, and it goes on every single day. Now, why I'm talking about it is because there used to be two sides to a story. used to say, well, this person's wearing orange and this person says that's not okay. And the person wearing the orange would say, well, I got it on sale. And that was enough. Everybody would be applauding. Oh, a sale. Great. Great news. Everybody would be going back to what they were doing. Today, it's taken steps further. It's taken out of context. It's twisted. And now it's taken into a dangerous zone. Some people have had the police called on them. The police come out to their house. Some people have been reported to their employers. You see where I'm going with this? It's ridiculous. 70s and 80s, we just took care of business. You didn't like something, you took care of it right then and there. And we didn't have time to dispute whether or not somebody should wear the color orange. You understand what I'm saying? It has gotten out of control. I don't know the cure for that. It just seems like it keeps getting worse and worse. So the only piece of advice I have here from Generation X in my day, if somebody relentlessly bullied you, because I had that happen, if somebody does that, aside from learning how to fight yourself and taking them out back, that doesn't happen today because it's called assault. Back in our day, it was called defending yourself. If somebody does that, just ignore them, block them, whatever, because it will die down. Once they see they can't trigger you and bother you, it will die down. Now, okay, let me just explain. For the people out there that say, no, that's not true at all, it stays on the internet forever, here's the thing, okay? If you have a couple 100,000 subscribers and you are a YouTube influencer, that's kind of to be expected. I get comments like that too, and I'm nobody. I'm just sitting here in my house, just talking randomly, and I get comments like that. And I get little mini wars started in my comment section. So what I'm saying is, if you are on social media putting out videos, or if you're a news anchor and people don't like your stance on politics, yeah, you're going to get flamed. That's the normal course of day-to-day interaction on social media. However, if you're just going about your day and somebody starts picking on you for no reason because you're wearing orange and because the world isn't as colorful as it used to be, so nobody can understand why you're wearing such a bright color, that's a different story. Just let it go. Keep wearing your orange. Nobody has the right to tell you what to wear, but just remember, they don't matter. Their opinion of you does not matter. That's how Gen X got through it. We didn't care. We still don't care. But today, everybody takes everything so personally. Their feelings are hurt over it. Oh my goodness, they don't like my sweater. That's how feelings get hurt. Keep your feelings out of it when somebody picks on you. It's not about you, it's about them. Leave it with them. We can no longer take somebody out back because that's against the law now. But just know it has nothing to do with you. If somebody doesn't like the color orange, that's their problem. That's the best way I can explain it, because time and time again, I see so many people in an uproar about this person doesn't like that, this person doesn't like that. I eat eggs. There's a lot of controversy about that. One time I posted to somebody's video that I enjoy hard-boiled eggs sometimes, and I got so much hate for that. I had 40 comments under me telling me how stupid I am for eating hard-boiled eggs. So, there you have it. People are always going to hate. But what can you do? Just preserve yourself. No, it's not you. These are strangers on the internet. The chance of even coming across them again are slim to none unless you hang out in the same videos. And if you do, try to switch it up. We're all in this together. It's a great big world. We're not all going to get along. We're not all going to agree, ever. So, if you find a video and the commenters seem like like-minded people to your thoughts, that's probably a better video or a better channel to watch. I've done it myself. I was watching some videos before and I was like, I don't agree with these people at all. And I certainly don't like being chastised in the comment section. So change the channel is what I'm saying. Preserve yourself. Don't get in the middle of this nonsense. Let the haters hate. Let the haters be haters. But know that you did not start this. You did not cause this. I don't know what caused this, to be honest, except that my generation took it out back. Maybe the elimination of that is what caused this. Just know the difference between opinion, fact, flaming, defending. Just know the difference. So that way you can protect your feelings from being hurt. That's why you have to read the room. When you get into that little comment section, just read the comments. Some people won't even comment, and that's why, because they're afraid of being chastised for their opinion. Just know going into it, there's no such thing as two sides anymore. You're going to find on YouTube especially, people tend to leave one comment and leave. It's like a hit and run. They rarely come back. Now, sometimes a conversation will start and then it will go. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's bad. So in that regard, don't worry about it. It's like bumping into somebody at the store that you have an argument with. The chances of ever seeing that person again are slim to none. It's the same thing here. There are so many times I want to say something and I don't, because I know it will never end. I know if I comment, even on the simplest, most basic videos, if I say something, I will never hear the end of it. Just like with the example with the eggs, when I commented about the eggs, I had so many comments. I mean, that's annoying. You get notifications about that. Now your phone's blowing up because you're getting comments about people who are hating on you because you like eggs. It never ends. So the best thing to do is, if you really want to make a comment to somebody's video, read the room first. Now, I've done this too. Like, I've been the first one at a video, and I decided I'm going to comment to that video, and I do. And then 10 people disagree with what I say. And let me tell you something about my style. I try to have a very diplomatic approach. I usually don't take sides. If I do, I have a very strong opinion about it, and usually I'm right. And I think that's the way most people conduct themselves in life too. You know, you have a strong opinion about it, but you want to make sure you're right. You don't want to be looking like a fool talking about something that you know nothing about. But when you're right is usually when you get the most pushback. Just always go into social media knowing that there's never two sides anymore, because you don't have the ability to say to somebody, let's take it out back and settle this right now. Okay? So it's kind of funny if you think about it. Take care, everybody.